What I tell you about cleaning your room, you better get ready because it's the 365 vlog. Let's go. Well, people, today is June 8th, 2016, day 160 of the 365 vlog, and we're talking about mean moms. Not for nothing, every time I'm outside in the world, I always see a mom and her child. Usually the mom's by herself. Maybe she'll be with the husband, sometimes not. More often than not, I see her without them. And she'll have her child and she'll be mean to her child. And this meanness seems like discipline, but I feel like it's a little bit extreme in some cases. I think one of the things I'll preface this video by saying is that a lot of this is out of context. I don't know the dynamic at home or the situation or whatever, but it's a running theme that I seem to see with each of these moms and their younger children. This is not to question like the mothering of a parent, like how much love they have for their child. It's just I feel like there's some of discompassion. That's a word, I don't know, I'm going to use it, but like the mom doesn't feel compassion towards the child, and especially like if it's a little boy. Maybe a little girl will get away with it a little more, but the little boys get like the harshest type of treatment. And I'm just talking about people of color. When you see white people's children, they just seem to sit down. I mean, they'll throw tantrums and they deal with it in their own ways, but I'm just talking about people of color in this instance, that there seems to be like some harsh rhetoric when it comes to like child rearing. I'm not against disciplining your children, but I feel like a lot of the times they just yell at them just to yell at them to get them to like pay attention. And you know what? I'm not a parent, so I don't understand the frustrations that comes from having your child not listen to you when you're trying to tell them to do something in public and you're just like fed up. But I feel like there should be some patience and understanding that your little kid is a little kid and they're just going to be doing stupid things, and you just have to deal with it a little bit to some extent. Granted, I'm not a parent. I think that yes, discipline in public is like important to make sure your child knows how to act, but I don't know, because like first impressions are everything, right, for some people. And it's just like when I see this multiple times in the same sort of fashion, it makes me wonder like, what problems are happening in your life that you have to be this way towards your child in public? Because sometimes I feel like it's not even that severe. Sometimes what the kid may be doing, it's just like they'll just be angry. Like, I don't know if they're angry at the child or they're angry at their life, so they take it out on the child because they're doing something that annoys them. I don't understand. It has to do with a lot of things that I just can't see. Also, you could argue that the mom is trying to strengthen their child and make them tough when life becomes hard on them, so they're constantly hard on them. And I guess that could be an argument, but I also don't think that is a valid one either. I'm not saying every child is the same, but depending on how they take this, I guess, positive reinforcement in that argument's case, it may not actually end up being what you want. It may actually have a negative output and maybe a negative impact on how they view relationships and how they deal with relationships because they get it from such a hard source. That is not to say at any point in time, like I've said again, that the child is not loved by their mom. I just feel that like there's just, I don't know, you don't need to be that hard. Like it's almost like a boot camp type of thing, and it's just like everything, like you need to be stringent in line. But then again, being a person of color in life, that kind of is how it is for a lot of people. They have to be in a certain type of line. They don't get the amount of leeway lag that other people, white people, get. These are just some of my thoughts of just seeing that. I just feel kind of sad because like I don't feel like the punishment fits the crime or whatever. That's a bad euphemism to use, but it's like how whatever the child is doing isn't really like equal to why they're being yelled at or being told all this mean stuff. I'm just a person, and I'll probably find out when it's time for me to have my own kid, and I'm like, oh, Francis, why did you touch my stuff? And that will probably be my reaction, and then I'll look at this video again and then be like, oh, now I understand. Yeah. But that's pretty much all I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say, my little rant about thinking about mean moms, and I hope it resonated with you or made some sort of sense. And if you made it to the end of this video, don't hesitate to hit the like button because I like it when you do, and if it's your first time seeing my face, don't hesitate to subscribe. But tell me guys, I have the question of the day, and what do you think about child rearing when it comes to discipline? What is the level of discipline that's too much or too little? Where do you fit in? What has been your experience with that? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But yeah guys, I'm Vandal. Don't forget to keep it 365 and I'll talk to you tomorrow with another video. Peace. Bye. This is because you have thought to yourself that maybe, just maybe, all the things in your head might actually work, and they ain't working out. So I would just say the best course of action for you to do is to put the game down because you suck right now, and